Hello and happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are doing well. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday. It was an emotional day. That's just for sure. It's hopefully some good things will come of it. But when you have like medical PTSD and you've been blown off, ignored, dismissed for so many years, and then you figure out and find out that excuse me, through genetic testing that yes, there is in fact something wrong, and then you still get blown off, it's it's a cruel punishment. I'll tell you that. But at one point during the phone appointment, I admit it, I broke down. I cried. There's no shame in crying, you know. But it's why I cried, which shows me where I needed to still do some work. Excuse me. It happened when my primary care, she kind of dismissed my EDS stuff and focused more on my fibromyalgia and dismissed a lot of my other symptoms and told me, you know what the literature says? It says that physical activity is really important to fibromyalgia to keep it in check. That's when I lost it. Excuse me. I've been gaslit by medical professionals for so long. I have had my weight be told that that's why I have these issues. I've been told it's basically all in my head that there's really nothing wrong. That if I just change my diet, then I'll be fine. That if I like take certain supplements or do this or do that, I'll be fine. You can't really be fine if you're a genetic mutant, right? You can help, you can mask, but there's really not much you can do in that part. But, and I told this during my first in-person appointment with my primary care provider, that she asked me, so are you active? It's like, I have lost and maintained much of 100-pound weight loss over the course of a couple of years. So, no, I'm not active at all. You know, meth is a great thing. I'm kidding. But it's just, it's annoying. I was told before that if I went vegan and cut out gluten, that it would basically reverse my symptoms of fibromyalgia. Okay, right now, fibro is not my biggest concern. Right now, the burning on my feet is one of my concerns. My peripheral neuropathy is one of my concerns. This is one of my concerns. And also, it kind of frustrated me because my primary care, you're supposed to be able to go to the doctor and tell them what's wrong and hopefully get some kind of care and maybe a little compassion, a little good bedside manner. None of that. It's frustrating, to say the least. And especially frustrating when you've already been told by your rheumatologist that there's really nothing that they can do for your pain. Maybe you could consider other non-traditional approaches, like Eastern versus Western medicine. Well, I have tried, and I am a big supporter of alternative medicine approaches. When you're told that by who you're supposed to go to for care, that there's really nothing that they can do for you, and then you tell that to your primary care physician because you think that it sounds asinine, and she backs it up. My fiance, thank goodness, he was with me in like our virtual appointment, because he chimed in and asked my primary, is there anything you guys can do for her pain? Because he sees me, I double over in pain, I cry, I crumple to the floor. It being in this body is painful. But she kind of doubled down, because this is also the one that, excuse me, discontinued my only muscle relaxer, which is basically my only form of pain management. I had been taking it daily as prescribed for years, and she came on board to my VA clinic, and because my primary had left, so they got her, and I was really hopeful that she would be a good doctor. I did my research on her before I went. She used to do like home care and make house calls and stuff like that. So I was really hopeful. But no, she discontinued my only muscle relaxer. When your joints pop in and out, it hurts. The trauma for the tissues surrounding them, I'm pointing to my shoulder because it's my shoulders and my hips that often come out of place, as well as like my fingers. But yeah, she discontinued it, and when my partner asked, well, is there anything you can do for her pain? She said, well, if your rheumatologist, that's who's supposed to be treating you for your pain, if they can't do anything for you, then I can't do anything for you, because it would have to come from your rheumatologist. Anybody else seeing a nice little circular, it's frustrating. That's for gosh darn sure. I just don't get it. I'm based in the US, and I kind of get jealous when I see other people in different countries with my same condition, with my same symptoms, getting different and better pain management. Right now, this is illegal in a lot of states, sadly. But it's my only form of pain management right now, and has been for a while. So for your doctor, who you're supposed to be able to trust basically with your life, when they say there's nothing that we can do for you, then what? Well, at least some of the good things that came out of the appointment, because there were a couple. She told me next time my eye and half my face swells up, go to the emergency room or urgent care. Well, you know why I don't go to the emergency room or urgent care often when, like, my face swells up? I've been conditioned not to. Because with the VA healthcare system, I basically have been written off and gaslit. Said there's nothing that we can do for you. So when things like my face swells up, I just pretty much assume there's nothing that they can do for me. Whether it's the VA, urgent care, or an emergency room. How messed up is that thinking? Pretty messed up, I think. But back to the good stuff. Excuse me. Speaking of which, I finally have my first referral in to meet with an ENT doctor. Ears, nose, and throat. You know, like my postnasal drip and throat clearing that I've had for years. Yeah, I'm finally gonna get that addressed, hopefully. And then a closer rheumatologist, which would be awesome, because right now my rheumatologist is 4 hours away each way. Can't really go make a quick appointment, to say, hey, this is happening with my body. No, I can't do that. And even my rheumatologist noted in my record that she can't really do much for me because she doesn't see me when I'm in a flare. Well, usually I am in a flare when she sees me, but that's beside the point. So I got my referral for ENT, closer rheumatology, and I get my eye test and a hearing test. We already know that my eyes are messed up. Luckily, I don't need glasses, but bright lights, hurt so much. It's kind of like, imagine a time where somebody was yelling in a classroom where it's like tile floors, not much insulation on the walls, and that reverb. That is what bright lights and overhead lights feel like in my brain, because I have lazy pupils, so they don't constrict as quickly as they should. So I let in all the light, which is sometimes difficult, especially when you're driving. At night, you get blinded by the light. Yeah, so those are the couple of good things that came out of it, but I only got to discuss one thing. One thing on my list of a page and a half. Literally a page and a half of symptoms that I wanted to address with her that weren't being addressed by anybody else in my healthcare team. Got to address one thing. So, hopefully it all works out. I hope. Until then, I will continue doing what I can. To have a little quality of life. And figure out what the next steps are. I'm still waiting for cardiology because I had my echocardiogram done like over a month ago, and they said it would take like 3 days and my doctor would get back to me. You had to make an appointment with OBGYN because of other lovely things that are going on. Yeah. Just about your cycle every 3 weeks, and you get to have PMS 3 weeks out of the month, right before your period. It's been like that for a while. I have told my doctors about it, so hopefully, we can get something figured out by the end of the year. If not, I guess I just wait longer. I don't know, but thank you for listening to me and ramble on about my healthcare. And my partner really wants me to write a book one day because I keep telling him stories about everything that's happened to me. And a lot of it he's been there for, and it's hard for even him to believe. So imagine all the crap that I've been through that a lot of people wouldn't believe. So I just want to say thank you for watching, listening, and like, subscribe, and hit the little bell icon because I don't know when exactly. I don't really have my schedule for when I'm going to be uploading. So have a good day, be nice to each other, and wear a mask.